Hi, this is Furness, and here I am in beautiful San Diego with somebody that was a hero of mine when I was growing up, world champion surfer, Shaun Tomson. Hey Shaun, great to be with you.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
Shaun, tell us a little bit about your story and how you became the world champion and what happened after that.
Well, I grew up in Durban, South Africa, on the beautiful beaches of Durban, and my father was a great sportsman. He loved sport. He was a wonderful swimmer. He was one of South Africa's best swimmers, and when he came back after volunteering to fight in the Second World War, he was in the Air Force, and he was training for the Olympics. He was very passionate about representing South Africa, and while he was surfing, he got really badly attacked by a shark. It nearly ripped his arm, his right arm, and he went to Hawaii to recuperate after he had surgery in San Francisco. So he fell in love with Hawaii and what the Hawaiian lifestyle represented. And when he came back and ultimately met my mom and married my mom, I think he passed on to me this wonderful love that he had both for the ocean and also for Hawaii. So ultimately I grew up in sort of a household that even though he had the shark attack, we were always in the water. I mean, he taught me to swim from an early age. I was just surfing all the time. And consequently, I got better and better, and ultimately started to do well as an amateur, and then we went to Hawaii with him as my bar mitzvah present. And when Jews turned 13, we come into manhood and we bar mitzvah present, and he took me to Hawaii, and I fell in love with Hawaii, and I just had this incredible passion, and also had this natural talent for surfing.
And what does it take to be a world champion? You know, speaking all over the world, but what kind of sacrifices, what kind of things did you need to do to become a world champion?
Well, I think there's a commonality about success in athletics, and there's a commonality about success in business, and there's a commonality about success in life and personal relationships too. And the very first lesson that surfing teaches you, it's wonderful, it teaches you about balance. So you paddle out there and you're on your board and you catch that first wave, and you're balanced. You're balanced in relationship to your mind, body and soul. You're balanced in relationship to the internal and external environment. So for me, as a sportsman, certainly you have to have that discipline, you have to have that single-mindedness, you have to have that focus. But if that is your only focus, you're not in balance and your life collapses. And that's why so many athletes, so many businessmen, their lives devolve and fall apart, because they are so single-minded about one thing and they forget about what's really important in life. And yes, competitive success is very important, but the most important thing in life is the relationships that you have with other people. That's the most important thing. And luckily I had strong values from my mom and dad throughout my upbringing. And I realized that winning is important, but winning is not everything. How you play the game, how you feel inside, how you treat other people is equally as important as well. And I put everything I had in every single competition I ever entered to win, but I won honorably, and I always kept it in perspective, and I always kept it in balance.
Now, you speak all over the world, and what do you speak on now? What kind of lessons do you share with audiences, Shaun?
Well, I don't speak about the traditional sports metaphor. Certainly I use surfing as a metaphor because surfing is my life and it's still my passion. I love it. But my mission is to inspire positive change. 1 million people die every year in the United States from poor choice. It's the single biggest killer in this country. 35,000 young people aged between 14 and 19 die from poor choice. My beautiful son, who I lost 15 and a half years old to a poor choice, was one of those statistics. So I had to fight my way out of darkness, and my wife had to fight her way out of darkness too. We had to fight our way out of darkness together when we lost our voice. So my mission over the last 5 years since I lost my boy has been to empower positive choice, but empower positive choice both at a community level and both at a business level, because choice is what defines us, and what defines your choice is your attitude. So I'm actually back at university right now. I'm finishing a master's in leadership and social change. And I believe that I can affect social change. And my mission is to affect social change through positive choice. And hopefully save a chunk of those million people that die every year from poor choice, from eating badly, from smoking, from alcohol consumption. Choices of consumption that kill you. And in a way, not give people a prescription, but just give people a perspective. So when I talk all over the world, I talk to some of the biggest companies in the world, from General Motors down. I always am very respectful of the audience, and I say, I'm here to deliver respect. I'm not here to deliver a prescription. I want to deliver my perspective on how I see life and how I've seen life through my successes, and I've had a lot of great successes, and through my failures. I've had some tremendous failures, and through my losses as well. And that within all of us is that power. My latest book is called The Code, The Power of Our Will. There's the power in all of us to rise above our circumstances and make change inside of ourselves and make change inside of each other. And this is not a speech that I work with. This comes from my heart. When I talk from my heart. Because this is what I believe. This is my mission.
Wow. Well, Shaun, that's been amazing. If people want to find out a little bit more about you, to book you, where do they go to?
Well, you can just go to ShaunTomson.com. I have a website. It's spelled ShaunTomson. And it's wonderful to be in this environment here at NSA and see that there are so many people here who have a purpose and they have a mission that they want to share. They want to communicate their mission for the betterment of social change. And I have a great commonality of spirit here, even though these people here are very, very professional, and I'm you know, I've only been in the game for about 5 or 6 years, but I'm driven to share and help.
Wow. Well, as you know, I love to have expert interviews from all over the world, and of course, yeah, I'm with one of the biggest experts, a world champion. Shaun, thank you so much for your time.